All right, and last but not least, we're looking at number 38. 38 here. It says create a linear equation for the graph y equals mx plus b. So just give you a heads up, they're all going to start out y equals. I would go ahead and find your starting point for each one. So for this graph right here, where do we start at? What is our b? Remember, b is where it crosses the y axis. So it's your y-intercept. Where does it cross the y for this problem? And you'd see that it's right there at 1. So you know your b is going to be a plus 1. Here, where does it cross the y-axis? And you can see it cross the y-axis at -5. So you know we're going to have a -5 at the end there. And just by knowing that right there, it should be able to help you out a good bit. Again, the next thing I would look at is this a positive or negative slope? It's a positive slope, so you know this is going to be a positive. And then we're going to have an x here, looking at this one. This is a negative slope because it's going down, so you know it's going to be a negative slope. And then we're going to have the x, and we're going to fill it with some kind of fraction there. We're going to fill this with some kind of fraction here. So how do you essentially look at this? Is when you look at a graph, and especially when you have these coordinate lines here, look at where it crosses like the corner. What I mean by that is, you know, you've got all these boxes everywhere, right? All these boxes, all these boxes. You want to find out where, you see this little corner piece right here at these corners? You want to figure out where they go through those corners, because that's going to tell you exactly how far up you went. So as you look at this line right here, and let me zoom in, see if I can zoom in on this. Okay, so we zoom in on this line. Notice where's it cross the corner, and we're going no corners, no corners, no corners. Bam, look at that. See how it goes right through that corner right there, that corner piece at 3, 3. Because it goes through that little corner piece at 3, 3, I want to put a dot there. And then let me see, does it cross any more corners? Corners, corners. Right there at the end. Right there at the end, it crosses that corner as well. And notice how they are equally spread out. You're going to see how that's actually a big deal. And if we go the other way, does it ever cross any corners? Yep, cross the corner right there at -3, -1. And then does it cross any more corners? Yep, right there at the end. So notice our dots are perfectly spread out. How far away is this dot from this dot? What did I have to do? How many did I go up and how many did I go over? Well, I went up 1, 2, and I went over 1, 2, 3. So I went up 2, right 3. Up 2, right 3. And how do we show that? Well, we put it as a fraction, 2 over 3. That is our fraction because we started at 1 and we went up 2, right 3. Up 2, right 3. And also we went down 2, left 3. Down 2, left 3. So that's how we solved that line. That's how we came up with a linear equation for that line. Let's take a look at the next one. Might be a little more challenging here. So we started at -5. Notice we can't really see anything down here, so we got to trust going back this way. Where do we cross a corner? And notice it looks like it may cross right there, but it doesn't go straight through it. I don't know if you can see, it's a little off center. It doesn't actually go through that corner piece. It goes just off to the side of it. But we keep following, and it looks like at 3, no, I didn't see it at 3 either. It's close, but not really. We keep going, and this is probably where I first see it cross. Okay, definitely right there. It definitely crosses at that point right there. So, you know, that's a huge gap right there. So we got to figure out how many did I go up, how many did I go over. So again, we know it's a negative because it's a negative slope, and I went up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I went up 8, and how many did I go over to the left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was 8 over 5. And notice 8 over 5 doesn't simplify, so that is actually correct. Our slope here is -8 over 5 because it's going down, and from our starting point we had to go up 8 and we went left 5. So again, that's where the down part, because it's going down, you know it's a negative slope, and then 8 over 5 because from one dot to the other dot we had to go up or down 8 and then over 5. Because notice if I start at this dot and I go down 8, right 5, I get to my other dot. It's just it creates almost like a square almost when you go up or down, down 8, right 5, up 8, left 5, down 8, right 5, up 8, left 5. So again, that's just how we created that equation. Hopefully that helped. I know those are a little more confusing. It's a longer video. But please feel free to ask questions tomorrow in class. Comment, like, subscribe. And I wish you all the best tomorrow. I don't believe in luck. I believe in just hard work. So hopefully your hard work pays off tonight while you're studying. And we'll see you tomorrow.